I'm Elizabeth Tenney, Assistant Professor in the Management Department at the David Eccles School of Business at the University of Utah. I'm here to say that peer support matters and that peers are influential. And this is not new to friendships or how we function in our social lives, but it is new to the context of speaking up with an idea for change in an organization. When someone voices an idea in a meeting, most of the time, all too often, that idea gets dismissed or ignored. That's just how meetings go, but it's especially likely to happen to people who have less status in the organization. What that means is organizations are missing out on great ideas from their frontline workers. They're missing opportunities to fix inefficiencies, learn about what's going on the ground floor, and innovate to gain competitive advantage. Strategic leaders can be found at all levels of an organization, and we know they should be relentlessly focused on creating value for their organizations. One way to do this is to be tuned in to how ideas from all employees can move the organization forward. People on the top can be so focused on the big vision that they miss the smaller, on-the-ground details. Strategic leaders have an important part to play in helping their organizations access the positive potential of all team members' ideas. In my research, I focus on understanding how peers can give a status boost to voicers who might otherwise be overlooked, and help their organizations realize the potential of employees' diverse perspectives. My collaborators and I test the construct amplification, which is a public endorsement of another's contribution with attribution to the original speaker. Imagine you're in a meeting and someone gives an idea, but it gets passed by and ignored. Or worse, someone else repeats the idea but doesn't give the original voicer credit. People hate that. It causes all sorts of problems when it happens to them. What are your options as a peer in this group? You could remain silent, not get involved. You could offer your own idea or self-promote, or you could amplify the idea that was overlooked, making sure to give appropriate credit to the originator of the idea. We found that amplifying others was the best option we tested. It helped the original voicer gain status, it raised the quality of the idea a little, and what I want to hammer home here is that it also helped the amplifier. The amplifier in our studies gained more status than those who self-promoted or voiced an additional idea of their own or who stayed quiet. When someone voices an idea, you're not competing with them for the spotlight. That's actually an opportunity for you to highlight your ability to support others for the good of the organization. In theory, when employees voice suggestions for organizational improvement, they should not only contribute to organizational success, but also gain status. In practice, however, that's often not what happens. Voicers can go unrecognized and underutilized. Our research demonstrates that peers may be an overlooked resource. Voicers attain higher status when a peer amplifies their voice. Furthermore, this happens in part because voicers' contributions are perceived to be higher quality when the contributions are amplified. Importantly, amplifiers benefit as well. These results from our studies are the first to show that peers can respond to a group member's voice in ways that positively affect both their own social outcomes and those of the voicer, thus demonstrating how voice opportunities and instances can pave the way for non-zero-sum gains.